Christian American School is located in Guatemala City, in Finca Santa Bárbara, only 30 minutes away from Antigua, the most touristic place in Guatemala. Our vision is to provide the best international American education program with Christian values in Ciudad San Cristobal, Guatemala. Christian American School, our mission is to educate each student in a multicultural environment with the best teachers, resources, campus, and technology to grow intellectually, physically, and spiritually to be successful anywhere in the world. Our children learn about the world around them through play, helping them discover answers through hands-on learning activities that stimulate their curiosity and creativity. Center-based preschool. Children learn at their own pace by using hands-on activities. Sensory activities. Children use all 5 senses to learn about the world around them. Full English. We use songs and rhymes to learn new vocabulary. Interactive materials. Children are offered a variety of toys, books, and puzzles that stimulate their interest in learning. Hooked on Phonics program. A simple and fun approach to give your child a strong foundation in phonetic awareness. This helps your child learn how to read. Zoo Phonics program. Zoo Phonics is a unique program that involves your whole child, eyes, ears, mouth, mind, and body, by means of song and dance. It's a multi-sensory approach to learning the alphabet. The children love it. Christian values as well as social skill awareness is taught on a daily basis in our morning devotions. In our preschool, elementary, and middle school, we use the California curriculum, as well as apply Guatemalan program. As Americans brought up in the States, we create a North American environment for our students. All of our books and materials for motor skills are brought from the States. We reinforce reading by using the AR program, where children read by levels. Christian American School is an associate member of APPLAY of Guatemala and APPLAY International.
I am from Ohio, but last year I taught in South Korea at a Christian school as well, and the year before that I taught in Australia, where I did my student teaching through Miami University, and this year I decided to come to Guatemala to experience a new culture and submerge myself in a new language and place to live. I decided to come to Guatemala because I heard from a friend that they were living in Antigua and it was a great place to live, and so I started searching for schools in the area that I could teach at. I found the Christian American School of Guatemala website and it looked wonderful, so I applied and got it hired here, and it was a great choice. Traveling to school takes about 30 minutes depending on traffic. Sometimes there's long traffic, but the school understands and there's no problem when there's traffic. And we rented a car from the directors and it worked out perfectly, because right when we got here we got our car right away and we were able to drive to the city every day, and the school is an exit before the city starts, so it's in a very safe area and we never felt unsafe driving to school. I recommend, first of all, that it's a Christian school, that everything is Christian based. You start everything with prayer and you handle discipline problems in a Christianly manner. And I really like the English curriculum that we use. It's called Moving into English, and it's made for ESL learners. So it's a really good program for kids who are just learning how to speak English. The kids are always really energetic and they're really happy and really excited, so it's a good thing, but it can also be a challenging thing, because as a teacher you need a lot of patience and you need good classroom management skills. But at the end results, they're so happy to be at school every day that it makes everything worth it. And the biggest way to reach out to them is to have fun things planned, have hands-on activities and centers and group work, things that are really making them involved in their learning rather than just paper and pencil work, because if you do paper and pencil work they're not engaged here, because they're very excited children and they want to be doing things while they're learning. We did a lot of activities that revolve around the American holidays. So we celebrated Thanksgiving by inviting families to come into the school, and we had a bunch of activities set up for them, as well as a Thanksgiving lunch for the kids. And we also celebrated Christmas by having a Christmas show where all the teachers taught their class some kind of play or a song or a dance or something, and we put it on for the parents. And for Easter, we had the week off for Holy Week, and we had a special day called Splash Day right before, where the kids came in and they got to play different water activities, and they had a water slide, and there's lots of fun extra activities that the school puts on.
My name's Danny Ryman, and I come from Ohio in the United States. My fiance Ann is also a teacher at Christian American School of Guatemala, and Ann and I were both teachers in Australia 2 years ago. And following a successful year in Australia, we moved to Korea and taught English in Seoul, South Korea. And currently we're teachers at Christian American School, and I teach grade 5 English and social studies. I decided Guatemala because I had spent a year in Korea, and Korea was very cold, and I wanted a tropical environment that was warm and friendly, and I had a friend who had previously lived here and told me many great things about Guatemala, and so this is where we wanted to move. I learned many interesting things about my students and their families and the culture of Guatemala, and I've been so impressed with their work ethic and their creativity and their ambition to learn, and it's been a wonderful experience. Antigua is gorgeous. I mean, I couldn't imagine living anywhere else in Guatemala. The cobblestone streets are so inviting, and there are just a plethora of different restaurants you can go to and places to see, and it's so exciting being surrounded by the 3 volcanoes of Antigua, and I've had the opportunity to climb them, and it's a wonderful place to live. So I would recommend that to anyone who wants to experience Guatemala but still have you know, some friendly faces that are from the United States or from Europe or from Canada. It was very comfortable living there. As a teacher, I want to encourage my students to do as much talking as they can in English. When they walk into my classroom, it's a full immersion environment where they're speaking in English, they're hearing instruction in English, they're writing in English, and they're not allowed to speak Spanish in class. And I think that's the best way for them to learn and practice their English, to totally remove Spanish from the equation. So full immersion, writing, speaking, and reading in English. Well, really, just with the end of the year and the school program that we're putting on, I was telling my kids today how impressed I was. I mean, my 5th, 6th, and 7th graders are average, 12 years old, and they're second language learners with English, and they're doing such a fantastic job understanding the Lion King play that we're putting on and learning all their lines and being comfortable speaking English and acting in English, and I'm very proud of them. And this, for me, is the highlight of the year because it's really the culmination of their English experience, performing in English and dancing in English, and it's pretty wonderful. Well, if you're looking for an opportunity to boost your knowledge of Spanish, I suggest moving to Guatemala because it's a great environment to learn Spanish in, and particularly with teaching at Christian American School. It's a wonderful place. We incorporate God every day, and we don't take the Christian part out of our title. And for me, that's wonderful to incorporate God in our staff, as he's a powerful member of the staff. And really, I felt support from all the teachers and from the administration, and the kids are wonderful, and I couldn't ask to work at a better school.
I've been living here for 8 years now. I got married to a Guatemalan, and we have chosen to live here and raise our daughter here. I have a 4-year-old daughter. And we live right here in the city of San Cristobal, only about 10 minutes away from the school. So it's transportation is very convenient. So I've been living in Guatemala for 8 years now. I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts. I was born and raised in the state of Massachusetts, and I have been living here for 8 years in the city of San Cristobal. I work it's about a 10-minute commute from my home to the school, which is very convenient. I've been working here at Christian American School for 3 years now. I started as a toddler teacher, and in this school there's so much room for growth. The principal directors here are always looking for our best qualities, and so they've given me a lot of opportunities, and 3 years later I've become preschool head teacher. As a head teacher, I oversee all the preschool teachers, from toddlers through kindergarten. We try and achieve our goal is to have all students learn English or speak English as their first language. So as they first come into the school, they're hearing English, we're encouraging them to speak English, answer questions in English, so that it's not too challenging for them when they get into the elementary grades. We're also overseeing their fine motor, gross motor skills, and so that their abilities in reading and writing are easier for the child. Okay, we encourage the children to have the love of reading even when they don't know how to read. So we're encouraging them what a book looks like, how to take care of the books, why they're so important, because we learn a lot from them. We also have our Hooked on Phonics program, which helps the children with their phonetics, so that it makes reading much easier. They're learning their sounds to all their letters, identifying the letters, especially in their name at first, so that they can recognize their name and be able to put the sounds together as they advance. There's also another program called Zoophonics, which the children love because it has a lot of mimicry involved. So they're singing, they're dancing, they're learning the sounds to all their letters, and they put them together little by little.
Hello, Christian American School. My name is Lene Odd. I am from Sacramento, California in the United States. I am a teacher. I have my master's in education. I will be teaching 5th grade math and higher. So I want all you students to be ready, and I look forward to meeting you and your parents. I also am single. I'm 26 years old. I do not have any kids, and I also am a Christian. I love to read, travel, dance, and also go to the beach and shop. So I look forward to meeting you all. See you soon.
Hi, my name is Alicia Donkey, and I'm from the United States. I currently live in Michigan. Some of my hobbies and things that I like to do include traveling, sewing, decorating cake, and spending time with friends and family, playing with my cat Skittles, and running. This is one of my favorite places to be, where it's warm and sunny, especially at the beach. I'm very excited to return to Guatemala and join the American School of Guatemala and teach 1st grade this year. I can't wait to see what God has planned for this year. I've gone to a lot of different churches growing up in my childhood and throughout adulthood, and I'm very excited that God led me to the Catholic Church in 2009, where I became a member in 2010. And I just can't wait to see what's going to happen this year. Here's a little piece of Michigan, and I can't wait to bring it to Guatemala.
Hi, my name is Laura Cometa, and I'll be joining CAS next year as the academic director. I'm very excited to be living in the beautiful country of Guatemala and working with the students, teachers, and families at CAS. I know I have a lot that I can contribute to the school. I've been a teacher for 10 years in Los Angeles with my master's degree. I also started a school 5 years ago in Los Angeles called LA School of Global Studies, where we work on developing global perspectives and doing really fun projects with our students. So I'm very eager to share some of those strategies with CAS and just continue to help CAS grow as it moves toward high school. Outside of school, I like to do a lot of things. I love to paint and I like to read. I also like to learn languages, and I've tried studying a little bit of Italian, French, Portuguese, and most recently, over the last 5 years, I've learned Spanish. And I just think it's great to be able to speak different languages and meet different people. I love traveling. I'm just really excited to be joining all of you in September. I look forward to meeting you. I hope you have a great vacation. And students, keep practicing your English and try to read 3 big books in English this summer, and tell me about them when we get back to school in September. See you later. Bye.
Students begin the day with a prayer and devotional. We have many extracurricular activities available, such as swimming, art, Bible, and music. There is a healthy nightlight available in Antigua, only half an hour away from the city. A wide variety of international foods. You also have, only 2 hours away from the city, the most beautiful lake in the world, Panajachel. There are many historical sites available, for instance, Tikal. Anything you're looking for is just a drive away. We encourage you to be part of our school as a teacher or student.
Hi, my name is Pamela. I'm a student of Christian American School. I'm in 3rd grade. What I most like of the school is that I have a lot of friends and I have studied a lot of years here, so I like to study here.
Yes, there's always some violence somewhere around the world, so it's inevitable. But in San Cristobal, I have no complaints. The security is really good. The mayors are working with funds from the U.S. to help provide higher security regarding stolen cars or cameras in different areas of the city. So that makes things more secure. Each colony or community is divided into different sections, and each section has their own security system. So for instance, where I live, my area is blocked off. It's not a condominium or anything. It's just our what they call colonia is blocked off, and we have our security day and night, 24 hours. So walking in your own neighborhood, your cars are safe, you feel safe. There's security in all the shopping centers. So as a foreigner, you're not at risk of being kidnapped or something. That's not a concern here in San Cristobal. There's a lot of good security. Police are at hand, and you have everything that you need here. You don't really have to leave the city to go to a supermarket. Everything's right here in San Cristobal. You have your big supermarkets all the way down to your small markets, where you can get all your variety of fruits and vegetables at reasonable prices. So it depends on your spending limits. If you have preference to go into a market, everything's accessible, and if you have preference to go into a good supermarket, you have everything available to you. Everything that you'd buy in the States too. You wouldn't, if you have your certain brand names that you would normally buy in the States, you're going to find them here as well.
I mean, prior to coming to Guatemala, you hear many stories about, bad things that happen in Guatemala. You read articles on the internet, but we never experienced anything dangerous. And with your help and Erico's help, we felt very safe, because you were there for us on the phone, and you helped us through that whole process of adjusting to life in Guatemala. And living in Antigua in particular was very safe, because the tourist police there and just how many foreigners live in that city. And driving from Antigua to San Cristobal it's a nice drive, it's a beautiful drive, and we didn't feel any danger at any time.
The teachers are very nice, and I like studying here.
Hi, my name is Stacy, and I study at Christian American School of Guatemala. What I like about the school is that it has great activities, and the teachers are very nice. The school has helped me a lot with my English. It has improved because of his teachers that are Americans.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm 7th grade, and this is the Christian American School of Guatemala. We invite you to come part of us. We're a really good school. We have a lot of activities, and we have teachers, North American teachers and Guatemalan teachers. We have a lot of classes. We have activities. We have swimming teams.
We speak English all the time. We want our students to think in English. That's our goal. So they can only speak English here. So we use TPR with small children. So when they don't understand what we're saying, we mimic what we want them to learn or what we want them to do. For example, sit down, the teacher says the word, says the sentence, and does the action. So the student can relate the action to the words. So that's how we teach them. And I teach them pre-math, reading, social studies, phonics, and also science.
I've been a teacher for 2 years at Christian American School, and my experience teaching Bible has been great. I love talking about the Lord wherever I go, so it's been a great experience here at school. Yes, my parents are pastors of Iglesia Vida Real. They're associate pastors, and I've been working for the Lord since I was a little girl. That's why I like giving Bible class, and wherever I go, I'll keep on doing it. We have 2 devotionals, a devotional for preschool and a devotional for middle school and high school. Usually in devotionals, I usually am in charge of preschool, and what we do is that we do an initial prayer, we sing songs and praises to the Lord, and we do a prayer to give God everything in our day. Kids love Bible. They love the class, and I thank God because I think He's given me grace with them, and they expect Bible class with all their strength and with all their joy, and they respond very well to the class, and I think we've done a lot in these 2 years.
Well, I have been working at Christian American School for almost 2 years, and I am an English teacher for kindergarten, and I am an art teacher for elementary. Well, I love working with children because they're very fun, and I love the way they learn, and I think that it's very good that they have the chance to learn everything in English.
You're cordially invited to join us at Christian American School.
Come and get the best American education.
Enroll now and get the best American education.